Hi, everyone. My name is Adam Stamm, and I would like to introduce you to the S dimension of behavior. This personality style occurs when someone moves at a relaxed pace, when they're open to exploring ideas, and when they focus more on people than on tasks. This dimension of behavior puts people first and considers others' feelings when interacting, tuning into the emotions of a conversation. Imagine a middle schooler opens their social media or a text message and sees a message that says, "I like you just the way you are." For over 30 years, Fred Rogers, affectionately known as Mr. Rogers, invited kids into his special neighborhood, helping them feel accepted and to feel they were good enough. Mr. Rogers was a living example of the S style, which he demonstrated through his acceptance, support, calm, and caring personality. Most often, this style focuses on supporting healthy relationships, but sometimes the attributes of this style create challenges, like this personal example from my own career. Before the incredible AI assistants we have today, there were real people who were called writing assistants. This was my first job. I was supporting a writer who interviewed doctors and surgeons in the eye industry, and I was tasked with transcribing her interviews so she could write the articles. Easy, right? She thought so, at least. If you've experienced hard to decipher doctor's notes, then I hope you will understand what I mean when I say these conversations were like a verbal example of a doctor's note. I didn't want to disappoint this person, so I spent 2 days listening to her first transcript and doing my very best to transcribe what I heard. However, the combination of my untrained ear and poor recording devices at the time set me up for immediate failure. Words like fundus, the area in the back of your eye, became fungus, and words like phacoemulsification were completely undiscernible to me no matter how many times I listened to them. When the feedback finally came, it was harsh. My manager wanted someone who could figure this project out without any support or assistance. I thought I was laying a foundation to support what she wanted. I did not want to disappoint her with work that did not hit the mark. I took my manager at her word that this task was easy. It was likely easy for someone who has done this work for years or decades, but it was not easy for someone with no medical background. Looking back, a better first step for me would have been to spend time together to set shared expectations and level set where I saw myself. I could have come into the first meeting stating that this was a harder project than I expected, and I could have listed some potential next steps I could take to make the process easier moving forward, instead of saying, "I won't make that mistake again." I could have asked if we could set some realistic goalposts for my own learning and see if they work with her busy schedule. Going back to the wisdom of Fred Rogers, he also said, "Anything that is human is mentionable. Anything that is mentionable is manageable." We can manage our own behavior. Our S-style superpower is that we care for others and want to support them. For those of us with the S-style, we will do better if we articulate our needs. We do better by letting others know we need more information in order to help them. We really can be assertive when we need to be assertive. We can accomplish new tasks with the right amount of guidance. And finally, we can take risks and realize the world will not come to an end. Enjoy expanding on your uniquely supportive style by stretching a little outside of your comfort zone. It will enable you to provide even greater support.